Hey, my name is Jacqueline. Today I will be representing University College Absalon. We have two international programs, the Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology and the International Honors Degree in Teaching. During the next 10 minutes, I will tell you a bit about the two programs, and then afterwards you're welcome to set up a personal meeting with me. So shortly, something about the University College Absalon. So Absalon is placed in Denmark, of the island of Zealand. We have different locations, but these two programs are placed in Kalundborg or in Vordingborg. So firstly, a bit about the Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology. So this program is placed in the biotech city of Kalundborg, and we call it the biotech city because you find some of the world's biggest biotech companies here. Just to mention some, for example, Novo Nordisk, they produce different pharmaceuticals, but one of those are insulin. And in Kalundborg, you find the world's biggest insulin production site, where around 50% of all world's insulin is produced. You can also find a company called Novozymes, and as you may hear in the name, they produce enzymes. And also in Kalundborg, you find the world's biggest enzyme production site. So these big companies, they of course need engineers. And that is why you find the Absalon program of Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology here in Kalundborg. So of course we have all these big amazing companies, but we also have the world's biggest and first industrial symbiosis. The overall concept about the symbiosis is that one company's waste can be a resource for another company. And as you can see in the picture, most of the companies in Kalundborg are linked in somewhere and sending the resources around in a network. So biotechnology is everywhere around you, and during this 3.5 years program, you will experience biotechnology within food technology, pharmaceutical science, wastewater treatment, and environmental chemistry. This is the structure of education, and as you can see, there is some mandatory courses. It's the white ones. There's a lot of math and chemistry. So those are really important for this program. Then there are some electives. Of course, the very important internship where you work as an engineer for half a year. Then you have the bachelor project, and then what is very unique about this program is the projects. So the projects aim to use, of course, the theoretical knowledge you gain through your mandatory courses, but also to put on some engineering skills. That can be everything from making a budget to making risk analysis or making your own lab projects. So that is very cool. This slide show a lot of those companies we work with. And with that, I mean that from the very first second you enter our program, you will meet a lot of companies. They will be there to guest lecture, to be your supervisors, to be there at your exams, etc. You can get a student job there, etc., etc. It's very important for this program. The study start is the 1st of September. We have around 25 nationalities on campus, and there's a maximum of 40 students per class. This means that we get a very close community at campus where we have a lot of project-based work. We work in small teams, and there's a lot of hands-on work and a lot of laboratory work. Yeah, that is probably the most important thing to say here. So for the more hardcore stuff, we have some very specific admission requirements for this program. So you need math corresponding to Danish A level, physics corresponding to Danish B level, chemistry corresponding to Danish B level, English corresponding to Danish B level with a minimum grade of 3.0 on the Danish grading scale, or you can also document your English with an IELTS test or TOEFL test. If you have a specific question regarding admission, you should contact our admission office and they will help you at admission@eha.dk. Yes, so that was very briefly about our Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology, a very, very fascinating program where you can either choose to take a master afterwards, or you can go out directly and work as an engineer in one of the companies, either in Denmark or around the world. So the next program was the International Honors Degree in Teaching. So it's an international teacher program. So the program is for you that really enjoy working with children, because you become either a secondary or elementary school teacher, you can become a school principal, you can work within special schools. You of course have to love to work in an international environment, because a part of the program is that you have to go abroad and either take your internship or a semester abroad. So you really need to love to travel. This program is really fascinating because we around the world see an increased number of international schools. These international schools, of course, need international teachers. So this program does not only open the doors to become a teacher in Denmark, but actually open a door to you can become a teacher all around the world. Yeah, so that gives you a very attractive job profile, because probably after you stayed in Denmark, you probably learn Danish, so you can work in a Danish school, but you can also work in an international school. Yeah, so this is compared to the other program, actually a 4-year program. As with the other program, of course, the language of instruction is English. This program is placed in Vordingborg and not in Kalundborg. There is also internship that when you add them up is what is the same as one semester, but they are divided out on 3 times. You can specialize in 4 teaching subjects. That is everything from math to music. Yeah, and I didn't say that before, but remember the application deadline is 15th of March if you want to start this summer. So I thought that the teaching experience was the fun part. Of course, everything is fun about this education. So you can see the different experiences. So the first year, you are going to have your internship/teaching experience in a local Danish school. And of course, they know that you are an international student, so don't be afraid of that. On your second year, you will go to an international school abroad or a special local school. So that is where you travel. And then at your third year, you will go to an international school in Denmark. So by having this setup of different teaching experience, you of course go abroad and experience another environment and country than Denmark, but you also get to know or get the feeling of maybe where you want to work when you're done with your education. As with the Bachelor of Engineering and Biotechnology, with this program, you can of course choose to go out and work as a teacher after 4 years, or you can choose to take a master afterwards if you want to go into research of this area. So for how to get into the Bachelor, to the International Honors Degree in Teaching, you need some kind of high school degree, or what we call a European Baccalaureate, International Baccalaureate, upper secondary school leaving certificates from Denmark, or something related to that. That is like the first important things. And then for getting into the International Honors Degree in Teaching, you also need English corresponding to Danish A level. Then you need a grade average of 7.0 on the Danish grading scale, which is equivalent to an ECTS of around grade 7. If your average is below 7 or you have a foreign or international degree, as I said before, you must apply before 15 March, and then you will have to attend an interview, which is like face-to-face over Skype, where they will see like how motivated you are for joining this program. And then when you are accepted, you will have to pass a special 3-hour entrance examinations to the International Honors Degree test, where they will both assess your skills in written English and your ability to formulate a well-structured argument. So that was very, very briefly what I wanted to say. And as I said in the beginning, if you find these programs fascinating, please go through this link or write to this email address, and they can set up a free virtual meeting with me where we can talk much more about these programs. Have a nice day.